531.
So 531. Show me the COE at City Hall.
Copy. 1500.
This will not be our guy.
Copy that. A guy out in the listening house. 1501.
Hey, if you are just joining us now, thanks so much, backseaters. We are at the newly remodeled M&H gas station, which, by the way, just opened 2 hours ago. You probably saw the big hole that was here earlier. And 2 hours ago, they opened their pumps. So excited to have the remodeled M&H. Come on down if you're out and about to the M&H. Good people. The manager was actually in there. I don't see her too often usually, and she was in there checking things out, making sure that things go well. I'm sure you all remember the big hole that was here, and it is no longer.
You can see your caller at 928 Chase Avenue for an assault that occurred at 1517 Barclay, apartment 12, 2004.
So if you're wondering where I have been, and part of the reason we're doing this little short live on patrol is to report back on some of the activities of the sheriff's office. You know, we have an amazing group of employees that are willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. And we did get a call from the state of Florida last week in anticipation of some horrific hurricane impact there on the West Coast. And so we did send a team to Florida through the emergency management system, through FEMA, and for those of you that are wondering about cost, our cost will be reimbursed for our cost through I guess FEMA, the emergency management system. And we just returned last night, and so it's been an exhausting week. Different parts of the team. Under Sheriff Mike Martin went as well. He was the supervisor of the group, and that's where he was, and of course it's a fairly long drive. Fairly long drive, and but good experience, good training, but also our deputies are very helpful, and clearing roadways, helping people with food and services that are in flood. They were staged out of Hillsborough County there, east of Tampa, working with the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office, the Bay County Sheriff's Office. And if any of you are in Florida and you know these places, Hillsborough Sheriff's Office, Great Sheriff's Office, Bay County Sheriff's Office, and then one other one, Escambia. It's in the Panhandle near Alabama, and they worked hand in hand with those deputies, and they just returned. I will tell you that a couple of us spent the night in Orlando when the hurricane hit. The others were north of Orlando that night, or north of Tampa. But it's kind of interesting to be in the eye of a eye of a hurricane. Yeah, we don't get many hurricanes here, but where we were, there were 105 mile-an-hour winds on the south side of Orlando there. We were just south of the heavy flooding. But there was 3 EF3 tornadoes that hit. 2 of them not far from us. Actually caused some death there, and I think it's Brevard County of that night. So just a wide variety of nature terror. Of course, the hurricane itself on the heels of the earlier hurricane from Helene that had had a 6-foot storm surge that destroyed people's property at first floor, and then we saw a lot of damage there when we were traveling through the west coast there. So if you know people, or if you have a spot there, our hearts go out to you for the loss that pretty much everybody incurred some type of loss in that, on that whole west coast. And not good, not good. I'm here by myself. Pat is off today. Jelly Joe is in the office, and just wanted to bring you up to speed on what we've been doing. So we didn't publicize. We didn't want to show people's misery while we were gone, so we didn't publicize photos of what we saw. But I can tell you personally that the day after the tornado hit on Thursday, I had the opportunity with some others to drive all the way from Tampa to Clearwater, down the coast there, Indian Rocks, Madeira Beach, St. John's Pass, Treasure Island, I think it's called, and then that whole stretch there, St. Pete's Beach. So we saw a lot of devastation, but thankfully most everybody had evacuated, and they hadn't returned on Thursday. Most of them returned on Friday to check out their property. And then we went across the bridge to Bradenton, Sarasota, and then down to Siesta Key. Siesta Key was where the eye of the storm hit. The winds were probably the strongest there, but it's very low there at Siesta Key, so they took on a lot of water. And later in that week, we did get down to Venice and Fort Myers Beach, which Fort Myers Beach was devastated by Ian 2 years ago. So there wasn't much left to destroy after Hurricane Ian, but a lot of places did get 4 to 6 foot of water. It's just a reminder of how powerful nature can be. And but I have to say the community pulling together, sheriff's offices throughout Florida really taking the lead. I'm sure it was. I saw a lot of police departments too that were heavily involved.
Roseville, 1750 Highway 36 West on a stalling U-Haul, looks like, with a suspect. It's outside the building. I'm gonna put it on the treasure in a minute.
But an interesting, educational, but also feeling like you're contributing. And our hats off to the deputies that volunteered to go, leave their families, and help out for that week. They were there. Sadly, after, you have Ian.
Do we have a better suspect description?
This year we had Hurricane Debbie, and now with the possibility the hurricane season goes till the end of the pot. So, very impressed. There was 50,000 electrical lineman workers there. 50,000. And there were 3.3 million people without power. 3.3 million people without power. I mean, the whole state of Minnesota is what? A little over 4 million? 3.3 million people without power. The coordination it takes. Give credit to the state of Florida, took the lead on this operation. So rescue, recovery, restoring power, eventually picking up some of the trash, but of course that's not the top priority. The lives are the top priority. And of course, our hearts are also with the people in Asheville, still missing 92 people in the mudslides and river flooding that took place there. It'll be a long time until they're able to recover all of those bodies. Very, very long time. So, Deputy Sarah Nagloski found a stolen here about an hour and a half ago up on Payne and Case, in the Payne and Case area. Nicole Sparks assisted her, and they arrested a couple suspects, found a gun in the car. Some more great work. Thomas Siegelstrom is out in the field, as is Odie. It's 3:12 p.m. in the afternoon. And if you aren't local, you're probably not aware, but St. Paul's had 3 homicides in the past 5 days. 4th one that may pass away as well. Hasn't been a good cycle for the city of St. Paul. Chief Axel Henry was on the news last night with a little press release on the latest. Minneapolis's crime has continued. A couple carjackings there that have taken place in the last few days.
762 transfer road, unit 21 to assist medic.
Anyhow, Mike will be back to work probably tomorrow, and be sure when he goes live eventually, be sure to tell him thanks for supervising the group in Florida. I won't list the names of the deputies who were there. Sometimes they like their privacy. Someday I might post a video though of one of their pickup trucks pulling a tree out of the road. Access is obviously critical. That's one of the first things. In addition to electrical, they got to get the roads clear so the linemen can get in there and actually restore the power. By the way, here's the Mr. Car Wash. Just a little shout out.
232, I'm sending a possible phone number.
One of my favorite car wash guys, Paul.
Hi.
Paul at Mr. Car Wash.
I sent you the phone number Fire has on file for
Thanks, Paul, for your friendly smile.
Thank you. Okay.
Want to get your car washed up, Don? When you're pulling in there, and roll your window down and say, "Are you Paul?"
Happy on the lot of 7
If
contained.
you see a nice, tall guy with a friendly smile, it's probably Paul. Got my car washed there earlier today.
Two, 232, the guy here named Senior guy, but
Rev was on TV the other night with the chief talking about the shootings and the deaths. So Pat and I will be back Friday night, normal time. One of the things I want to say is that as I ran into people from the southeastern part of the country, well, it's really strong, you know, because we did drive through several states. How supportive and friendly they were to law enforcement.
He's right here.
And,
to the right.
Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Well, thank you to the Commissioner of Public Safety, Bob Jacobson, for helping us get approval to go to Florida. I think we were able to get our paperwork in quickly. That was one of the reasons they approved our coming.
50-283, we'll take a 10-1 non-compliant.
Happy non-compliant, walking away.
That's Roseville has a non-compliant party. So, and we're not really close to Roseville, but we'll listen in, see what happens there.
55-22, can I have me? 50-283.
50-283.
He is going to be going west into the housing by Glick Lane.
Happy males going west into the housing by Glick Lane. PD, they're there to report some issues they have regarding an accident that occurred at Hoffman and Cedar.
Copy.
1518.
Time to go over to Glick.
Glick Lane, they used to be a pretty good neighborhood.
81 Tango, head over Glick.
Not too much crime up there. Hey, Mickey's Diner, straight ahead on the left here, open.
Can either of you go ahead with the description of the
Come
individual
on
again?
down.
53 is a white male. He has a red t-shirt, black coat, blue jeans. He'll be in the house, the backyard of the house.
The person they're looking for is believed to be
36.
driving a stolen
Copy, confirm.
U-Haul
Black
van
or white male?
earlier near 36
Copy,
in
white male, red
Fairview.
t-shirt, black coat, blue jeans, be in the backyard of the house at Fairview, across from Fairview 36.
Near Fairview and 36.
5004.
Video for.
Utilizing the map, can you assist us and help set up a perimeter? And then just confirm these wanted for motor vehicle theft at this time.
So they are setting up a perimeter up there.
We want it for motor vehicle theft.
So as I turn here, you're going to see Mickey's Diner. People in there eating.
30, that's
Well, Pat and I'll have to stop in here
Copy,
Friday
suspect will
night
be wanted for motor vehicle theft.
before we start.
22 to
Right there.
383. Do you have eyes on him right now?
There it is.
Don't be cut through all the woods. I'm not following you into this brush. Just in the backyard of that house. I don't know what else on it. Copy, so it should be the most north house. Correct? Should be the one on the corner of Glick and
Avenue East, Unit 1A. There's a male that's been pacing back and forth, now laying under the stairs in the lobby with his belongings.
Yes, sir.
White male in his 30s, 5 days,
Go ahead.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. All right, go ahead.
2210 on scene.
Copy, 2210 on scene, front operator.
Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. I gotta mute you for a minute, folks. sorry about that. Sorry about that, backseaters. We had a little confidential call had to take, and kind of down here on Shepherd Road. I'm not sure where that car went to, but there was a report of a drunk down here in Shepherd Road, but I don't think there's any more information about it, so I think we're out of luck on that one. This is the Science Museum down here. It's a great place to come, and if you've never been down here, this is of course the district heating building, where the St. Paul's heating is supplied by central district heating, so each more efficient than having each building. But what you're looking there in front of you, there's kind of an amazing sight. See that wall there? Because that is where the Ramsey County Jail was before we moved to our current site, and tore down everything along the wall. There was a jail, and there was what was called the West Building, and both are gone, and there's been discussions for 10 years, now 20 years, about how to redevelop that river site. And of course, it's government at its best. No one can make a decision. Could be some beautiful development along this river here. If you build it, they will come.
Copy, sir. It's County Road B-Boy. There is a red shirt on the ground.
So, St. Paul District Heating, if you're ever down here, you see that cloud flume coming from this large tank of hot water that gets pushed out in the ground throughout St. Paul.
Motor body out on 36. Can you just check that and clear that?
Of course, we're down on Shepherd Road, Mississippi River. Colors are turning. You can see in the trees there. It's gorgeous. Check those trees out, huh? Is that gorgeous or what? Take a quick look at Irvine Park up here. A little bit. Former Councilman Dave Thune. Well, we're going to have some great color changes in these trees here the next week.
5515.
We'll be launching the drone from Planet Fitness parking lot.
Launching the drone from Planet Fitness parking lot.
So they're looking for this suspect up in Roseville that stole the U-Haul, fled from them, went into the neighborhood there off of Gluck.
Was the suspect wearing a red t-shirt or a red sweatshirt? The article of clothing at Ferris and D-Boy is a red sweatshirt. He was wearing a black jacket and a red t-shirt.
The original comp said he was wearing an orange sweatshirt and blue jeans, but per the squad's description, he was wearing a black coat and red shirt. 246.
243, the orange sweatshirt was next to the U-Haul truck. And the missing from the U-Haul truck was that black jacket.
Copy, orange sweatshirt was there. Just next to the U-Haul truck. Copy. 1531.
5522, I'm 3 more houses west now, holding north and west.
Copy. 3 more houses to the west holding.
We're down at 7th and Grand.
2361.
If I was to take a left here and go down a few miles to the post office,
Roseville still needs a
that was where the shooting, that
Copy.
employee got mad at his boss at the post office and shot him
Coming from out of the area though.
several times.
Copy.
5510. To clarify, was the orange jacket or hoodie recovered by officers, or does the suspect still have it? Orange sweatshirt should still be next to the U-Haul. Not recovered currently. Alright. A short 50s white male got onto a bus at B in Fairview that's going to be going south. He was in gray, orange sweatshirt.
So they're considering the possibility that the suspect got on a bus.
Copy, Sharp 50s, white male, got onto a bus, Conroe B in Fairview. Had a
Probably a lot of these suspects change their clothes or take something off, so they look different.
Check your phone for a picture. 5383, based off that picture, that's not going to be our suspect. Copy, 55 10, we left the bus go.
Fire 2218 County Road up. There's the power line that's pushing within the tree. Flames were seen in the tree and it's
Short hair, he had a couple of neck tattoos, and I didn't see what they were.
Well, if we'll head that way. If they don't find them, we'll get in on a search. But it's quite a ways from. We're down at Summondale.
Has anyone checked this shed behind 1887 Blake?
Yeah, call and I cleared it. 1897 or 87.
So if you're not from
And 1898
Minnesota,
has cameras on the exterior.
we don't
Going right to the road
appreciate
here.
that
Nothing came by
the
you.
Vikings are the hottest team in the NFL.
383, I'll take you to Fairview in 36. You'll see my spot. I have the last known direction where the mail went in.
We've never won the Super Bowl here in Minnesota. Been there 4 times.
5383, cars walking around and putting you back to your cars if we are going to do a K9 trap at the trap.
Copy, and put a squad to go back to their squad cars of K9 is going to be doing the track.
So the Canaan's about to do a track up there in Roseville. A lot of Halloween decorations on what happened. It's kind of fun.
Is anyone covering County Road B, or do you want to move the perimeter further south?
Anyone Tango will go to B-Boy and Fairview.
Copy.
Anyhow, back to the North Carolina disaster. Don't forget that even though the country moves on, the news moves on, don't forget to remember the North Carolina and Florida people in your prayers, especially the 90 plus people in North Carolina that are still not found, probably buried in sand and along the river or the banks that are down. So it's a terrible, terrible thing. And a lot of people in Florida, they don't have flood insurance because they can't really afford it. Who could? And their whole life was put into their house or condominium or whatever it might be, and poof. It's those life changers. Dealt with not a lot of hot calls right now. There never really is during rush hour. It's the strangest thing.
5522 is holding my spot on foot northwest.
We're at Summit in Lexington. No turn on red from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. I guess that's now.
Red jacket or what do you have? Good job, sir.
57.
Alright. There's no squad that's been around that area, so we have to expand to at least Cleveland and south of. Probably closer down the point. The suspects running.
Copy, in the perimeter.
Still take Cleveland and Road.
Copy.
5280, just before fast. The black jacket and a red t-shirt. The suspect is last seen wearing 15 inch.
Good description.
That's the thing about perimeters. They're expanding the perimeter now. They found a piece of clothing that
And put a
indicates
squad for 54, 1898 Blue. It has exterior cameras that didn't show the suspect running
the
past.
suspect is potentially outside of the existing perimeter.
You're detected Como and Snelling through a welfare check. The caller was traveling southbound on Snelling. Saw an elderly male standing up and rocking back and forth on the sidewalk. Looks like it's going to be somewhere north of Como, unknown exact location. An elderly white male wearing a blue and gray flannel jacket. 1939.
139. I'm almost done here. That's 150.
Copy 150. You can stay clear.
Really big.
1939.
59. 5824.
5924.
There's 5824. Post 23033. I'm on with 5383 and 5828.
Copy.
59. Wheeler. 30. Post 2.
Copy. 277. 246.
277. 46. 2210 has a door up at 200.
Career domestic. Caller wants a welfare check on son who called stating he is arguing with girlfriend and she stole his phone from him.
Sergeant Mark Suki has launched a drone.
19-year-old black female. Caller is not on the scene.
Up there to help Roseville get an eye on the suspect. One interesting fact we did find out in Florida. The state of Florida has banned the use of certain drones produced by a company known as DJI, and it's one of the best. We found it to be one of the best drones, but apparently DJI is produced in China, and so Florida has banned its use. And we found that out. We had 2 drones in Florida, and they were both. It's the only state that's done that. Some have prefer not to use them, but so we are going to have to start buying some different drones. We can still use those other places. I'm not sure exactly what the fear is, but of course it's all part of the TikTok, China-owned TikTok and China-owned drones. But Florida banned them from being used in Florida. The other thing in Florida, gasoline was nearly impossible to find. Nearly impossible. And of course, we had extra gas tanks, but some of you won't believe this, because I can't believe it either, but when we were close to running out of gas, we did find a Home Depot that was open. Home Depot was about the only store open. I don't know if they had their own generator. I think they did. But apparently there's canned gasoline for 4-cycle engines. That's like a premium. It's a fine refined gasoline for 4-cycle engines that run large lawnmowers or other type of equipment, generators as well, but it also can be used in cars. So we were able to go to Home Depot and buy some canned gasoline for use in our car. Essentially, it's a premium version. Now, as you probably know if you're listening, it's a little more expensive than $3.50 a gallon, but we were able to ensure we weren't going to run out. So it's little things like that, little learning curves. Kind of special.
Bravo 117.
Bravo 217.
Bravo 117.
And if you ever have vacation on that west coast from or on down to Bradenton, Sarasota, Siesta Key, you know how beautiful it is. It's going to take months to get it back. I hope they get it back by spring break, because a lot of their economics come from spring break.
Copy.
We are in left.
52 Tango.
52 Tango.
The report in EOT.
Happy.
Lakeside Pavilion.
120 East.
524 on EOT is green.
Checking County East for any Anthony cars available.
What do you got? What do you got there, dispatch?
There are any St. Anthony squads monitoring. Can you take County East for a call?
We have a call at Spring and Uses. It's going to be marked suspicious. The caller's asking for police and refusing to tell us what's going on and answer any further questions. We do have a long history of PIC calls for Michael Samir at the address.
For a copy. Everything pending. I'll handle it by phone.
Okay.
Bravo 117, 4 on the beyond 5.
Copy. 5047.
Just saw the auto theft carjacking numbers for year to date. It's amazing numbers. Well, of course, I'm going to show them to you at the end of the year. And we're coming up on the holiday season, where unfortunately people tend to steal. So we're in the conversations of talking about how we can prevent those excessive thefts. A lot of times they're group thefts. If you watch what happens around the rest of the country, we're glad we've only had that happen once or twice here at a couple Best Buys 2 or 3 years ago. But we are alert to that trend, and we're taking some steps to make sure we're prepared to stop it and prevent it. We got probably a month before that busy season begins. I saw the story about the juvenile detention facility in Hennepin County, not ours, but across the river. How they refused to take a prisoner that was arrested in a stolen car with a felony warrant because they didn't have enough staff. So who's responsible for that? Not today, but you know, as we get closer to Halloween, we're gonna do a Halloween contest.
5872.
Halloween costume contest.
Copy B-Boy for line.
Halloween costume contest. We're gonna have you submit your pictures a week before Halloween. I haven't decided what I'm going as yet. You can make recommendations on this thread as to what costume I should wear for Halloween.
$2361 arriving.
Copy. K9 arriving on scene.
Canines have become an increasingly valuable tool to us. We are in the process of adding some to our force. There's really no downside outside of the dog hair floating on your floor. But outside of that, canines are a valuable tool for law enforcement. you're wondering what I'm eating, it is a gummy watermelon ring. Watermelon. See, if it tastes like watermelon, you don't feel like you're eating sugar. Because you're eating a watermelon. I guess we could go around that.
$58.28.
$58.28.
We're starting the Kenny right there shortly, starting on Fairview, just south of 36. From the press, we get Kenny announcements.
Copy, starting the track at Fairview, just south of 36. If perimeter squads can start in announcements.
So hopefully the suspect's still in custody. They're still in the area. Custodiable, catchable. So they're starting at Fairview and 36, which is just up here another mile. We're at 36 in Hamlin, westbound.
$92.73. They're advised.
There are some places to hide in those woods, there's no doubt about it.
West squad able to start 700 Selby, apartment 101 on a domestic. Caller said female is beating on him, line disconnected. Was heard in the background saying that may hit him. Black male, 46, 5'9" in building, a white shirt, blue pants. However, female has a night. Copy, canine warning zone.
So they're giving the canine warnings.
Any West squad able to start Princess domestic 700 Selby, unit 101.
When I switched, that was the red lights I used. Canine starting right here at
They didn't respond, and it does say they're now separated.
36.
Okay.
This is where he ran.
144.
Copy, so squad able to assist 144.
We're going to go into Luke Lane. This is where he was last seen.
Copy, thank you.
In here. Squads all over looking for him. Big party at that house right in front of us one night where they, if you remember, that was actually live on patrol. Alright, so these woods right here are the primary spot that he ran to first.
92.75.
92.75.
Can you log me off? Yeah, I'm having computer issues.
I do know there's woods behind here. I don't know if he could have made it all the way to past Cleveland.
50-20, we're working northwest, coming up the cliff.
Copy, working northwest, coming up the cliff.
Okay. Oh, it's a beautiful neighborhood in here. Hopefully the dog will catch a scent. Squads everywhere. Pop out.
14 westbound from 1877.
So that mailbox you saw in the
14
beginning?
westbound, 1877.
Well, people outside here. You didn't see anybody running in your neighborhood, did you? Thank you. Thank you. How are ya? Couldn't be better. Who's got the picture?
Not me. All I know is white guy 50s.
Somebody sent the picture to the somebody, right?
Oh yeah, that's what that was.
Okay. But didn't they compare that to the picture of the guy they did have or not?
Continuing westbound on the north side of the residences.
What's the latest we think he's wearing then? The orange, the red, the black? Or not?
Black zip-up shirt with
What?
a red,
Red underneath?
that.
Okay.
Saggy blue jeans, short hair, neck tattoos.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, hopefully they'll flush them out. We are looking for a suspect. A theft of a U-Haul that fled from Roseville earlier. Oh, geez, there's some turkeys. Hello, turkeys. There's some suspect turkeys there.
Copy. Noted.
Continuing westbound from 1897 along the freeway fence.
Yeah, that's always the problem, that freeway fence.
1897.
That freeway fence. It's always the problem.
719, give me the state number, please.
This is going to empty out along Cleveland, which is why they moved the border here to Cleveland.
279. Your case number is 196110.
Copy, appreciate it.
You're welcome. 201.
Just be advised. I think it's 1917 Glick where they're working on a big shed in the backyard. There's multiple people back there. Just be advised it's along the highway fence. Yeah, you have these things.
So we are looking for a suspect. Got a lot of cars out here covering the perimeter, I'll say that.
Copy. Continuing westbound.
Garage is open there. That's a problem. That's the suspect. One of the problems is making sure you know where you are. We are just in the southwest corner of Cleveland and 36. And right over there to our left is Highway 36. A lot of times these suspects just use Highway 36 as their escape route. Actually like this spot right here. Obviously he's had a lot of time to work his way over here. But if he was working along the freeway, the highway corridor, this is where he'd pop out eventually.
$52.80. You want medics to advise that 2820 is snelling on a medical for a 53-year-old difficulty breathing and a cough, and then a 66-year-old with bloody nose.
So we are at the southeast corner of 36 and Cleveland. Technically, this is called Midland Grove Road. I got it. I'm gonna walk up over that hill there, folks. Just gotta see how far that fence is. I will have a radio with me. You'll be able to hear the calls.
Cars, medics are going to be in road for open assistant, 2711 Snowdrift Circle, for an 89-year-old male. 1605.
We're working southbound from 1931 Glick, between Glick and Ferris in the yards.
Copy, working southbound from 1931 between Glick and Ferris.
Currently outside, sitting next to a white SUV.
Copy.
1606.
And the count is back inside the house.
Affirm.
Five
511.
Can you change this to a dispute and clear it at 510?
1607.
5828. We're going to start working backwards doing a yard-to-yard search.
Copy, start working backwards doing yard-to-yard search.
All right. Well, you didn't worry about me much. There is a fence right at the top of that hill. Good news, on the other side of that fence is the freeway entrance ramp off of Cleveland. And there is a squad that has that secured. Sounds like the track is headed south now. Not so much west anymore. But they like to make it to apartments, there's no doubt about that, because they're not very welcome at houses. And this complex here is the only set of apartments in the area. How's it going? How are you?
I was, when that call came out, I was sitting at Starbucks.
Yeah.
So I went and sat over on Glick off
Yep.
of Fairview.
Yep.
And then finally the squad came. But did that guy, was it a zip-up hoodie, black hoodie? Or
Yeah,
was it,
yeah, that's what they
usually
said.
the guy just left here, he had a black
Oh,
hoodie
that
on.
was a cop.
5828.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was,
that was a
sitting
cop.
over, I was sitting over here too on the other side.
Yeah.
And you
Was
could
they
see
able to
it was
rewind the
back
cameras?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I'm like,
There's
I
a
was
chance
listening to you, and I'm like,
be able to
Yeah, you picked a good spot.
one of those houses we got to pretty quick.
Hang on one
About
second.
to 36.
We did advise them and ask them to check their cameras. We haven't heard back from them. We can check.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go sit back in
Yeah,
there. I got nothing to do. So.
Do that, yeah. I was going to move over there too. I don't know this whole
Yeah,
area.
there's a lot of area you can see over there. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over there too, because they say he's going south now. So, thank you. Thanks for catching that other guy, but he was a cop. Thanks. Well, this helps us. They actually have backseaters out looking or calling their neighbors. Very helpful. You guys see anybody run by?
No, the guy in the red truck just said something. We'll call you if we see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
$58.28. That's going to be a negative. State did not catch anything. 370. 370.
Copy, thank you.
QA will take Tedesco. Copy for the harassment. Call 500 Tedesco 1610.
So, a lot of space here, he's right. You don't want him to get to the apartment complex. It's good that there's a squad up there covering the 36 perimeter. This is where our buddy the backseater was going to watch.
Cannon will be in the back of 1903 click.
Copy 1903, click.
Well, I'm going to leave this quadrant to you.
I don't know, he won't find him, but we'll scare the hell out of him.
Yeah. Well, obviously you see anybody matching that description. Anybody that looks suspicious.
Yeah, anybody that's running.
Yeah. Well, he might be tired by now, but they might be slinking. 911. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Well. So if you're just joining us, looking for a suspect who stole a U-Haul, ran from Roseville police, got into the woods here near Gluck and Fairview. There are a ton of cars around here, though. Let's just say this. Just a ton. Roseville, other departments, Ramsey County. I guess the real question is always, did he have time to get out of the area? Or not? But I don't think,
Copy.
I don't know where else to search.
will be checking the woods to the northeast of 1877 click. That's up to Fairview.
Copy, checking the woods to the north of 1877 click.
Oh, interesting. They're back to the 1877 Gluck location. Dog must have liked it better than where they were going. Sometimes they just run and bed down and think nobody's come to get them. That does happen.
335.
Fairview is 1820, so 1877 is just about a block west of here.
That's 1660.
This whole wooded area right here between 36 and Gluck.
2360, another round of canine announcements given.
Copy, another round of canine announcements given.
So, good perimeter. It's always a question of how fast. Usually if someone was in their yard around here, the people would call. So right here, this is 1877. I think this is, yeah, 1877. 1887. The other possibility is people do break into houses.
378 Tango.
378 Tango.
We take the hit round in arcade.
378 Tango, go again.
378 Tango, I can take the hit run on arcade.
Copy, 1180 arcade at 1618.
Bravo 117.
Bravo 117.
Can you please air my CM?
Case number is... Sorry, stand by. Case number is 196116.
Copy, thank you. Clear the south advise with downtown beat. Back on COT.
Copy, 1619.
Well, good backyard to hide in. Take a quick peek without contaminating anything.
534.
Myself and Francis 3 at 10-8. We'll take that 911.
Copy, 1619. Split 305. 305.
202 is in, and 372 is French.
Copy, 1619.
Everyone, I'm clear.
Copy.
5820, we're on the east side of 1877 address, checking the thick woods.
Copy, east side of the woods at 1877 address.
Well, I might as well go down there. If they think that's the best bet, I might as well go hover outside the thick woods. You see bales. Make sure I don't take a mailbox out. I only hit things behind me. Beautiful houses here in Gluck Lane. So they are in those woods straight ahead of us. And if they flush them out, it'll come right out here. Plus there's a little alley to our left here we can peek down. We're just gonna hang here a little longer in case the canine turns something up in those deep woods. Like I said, it's usually one or two strategies. Fleeing on foot as fast and as far away as you can, or hunkering down in a good spot you think they don't know that you're at. just 2 doors west of where they're looking.
Clear report with Central.
It's a big part of the job, is securing perimeters and waiting. You saw all the cars that are on this perimeter. Just a ton of resources.
We'll be in the backyard at 1835, and this will be our last backyard to check.
Copy, you check in the back at 1835 will be the last yard check.
1835 is the house to our right up there. You can see a little bit of it behind that tree. Big number separations because large lots.
$360.
360.
Do you create us an investigate at the Holiday Gas Station on Cottage and Arcade?
Copy, 1625.
One more. One last.
360 at Minnesota Plate Delta Charlie Kilo 467.
One more watermelon
Copy,
coming.
1625.
Green. Extra energy. So plan out your Halloween costume. Doesn't have to be you, it can be your neighbor.
3927.
It can be your kids. Cutest costume contest.
True color of the PD. They're there to reference the harassment.
I think I'll go as Pat. Mustache, glasses.
1627.
Pat.
5828 will be ending the canine track.
Copy, ending the canine track.
P60, we go for it.
Assuming they'll break the perimeter.
Copy, go for it.
I still want to go out this other way.
378 Tango, okay, DJ Silver, please.
378 Tango, your case number is
5280, we can
196126. Copy, perimeter spot clear.
proceed back here.
You're welcome.
There's quite a house there, holy mackerel.
Bravo 531.
Bravo 531.
I'm going to check out on an accident at 10th and 694. Can you advise Oakdale? I'm just going to check for injuries.
Copy, so it's on 10th over 694.
Confirm it's going westbound.
Copy.
Tango.
378 Tango.
Clear advice.
Copy. 1628.
Beautiful little niche of Ramsey County here, Roseville, Gluck Lane.
$50-23.
5283.
If we've been cleared to 10-1, we can do so. Thank you.
Copy, 10-1 clear.
This house here was an Airbnb, I guess they call them, huh? They had a big party in here. Remember, this party actually motivated Roseville to adopt some guidelines on rentals. We got several shots fired in the area here.
8296, 8295.
That's been a few years ago. But...
10-6, we copy, we're ready.
Let's go see the dog, huh? Norm Thermer. Mark Suki on the left there, a couple Roseville guys. You got one more hunch, Mark, or what?
No, looking for a body camera.
Oh, okay. Tell Thermer, thanks. For me. Somebody lost the body camera. It's gonna turn around here. Mine doesn't pull up in the driveway of this gorgeous monster. Well, I turned it around.
537.
Was that something or what?
Can you clear me from my PPV advised? And start me to investigate. 6-1 Kudo. Start me on a car, I got a guy here with the Sony warrant. 534-533.
Coming.
Alright, turn on this BGOA, send me that.
Yeah, the guy ran from a stolen U-Haul, and he ran into these woods back here, and then we lost him. We don't know where he went after that, but we searched the whole area for about an hour and a half, so can't find him. So if you're not close here, you're probably fine. Just if you see a strange guy walking around your neighborhood, call us. Yeah, white person, had a black pullover with a red shirt underneath it, baggy jeans. But we've had 15 cars around here and nobody spotted anything. He could have got outside our perimeter before we set it. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you see a compact of PD? Officer Roseville staff is reporting cooperative, so wants to make report.
812, copy. Bravo 531.
Bravo 531.
Oakdale PD is going to be taken over, so I will be there. You can clear me off the board.
All right.
Copy. Seems anything.
As long as we're out here, we might as well take a drive through Rosedale Mall. Wait for a theft call, which is not unusual. probably one of the highest grossing malls in town.
28, I believe 383.
Some people even think it's actually sells more product in all of America.
Let's not show this one last time. Beach back, that's squad cars. Yep, we'll be on our desk. Bravo 058, DRT.
Have a good day. 635.
So on this side of the mall, we have a Macy's and a Penny's. There are several outlet stores, not outlet stores, but sub-stores around.
4458.
JC Penney's on our right. Von Maur. Next to Penny's. You get a lot of thefts from Von Maur.
537, road to LAC, don't know.
I don't shop there much, but I guess they have nice stuff.
Traffic.
Go ahead.
Westbound 36 RG. Lincoln David Charles, 948.
Okay.
Baltimore on our left there. Great restaurant. It's just lighting our mall for you. Quality shopping experience, no doubt about that. Williams Sonoma, The Loft, Lens Crafters, Carter's, Ever Eve, PW Shoes, and a big AMC theater here as well. The next couple hours we get some people trying to steal stuff, so time. I think it's time for America to crack down on allowing people just to come in and grab stuff and run out in packs. Shake Shack drive-through there. The Dick's Sporting Goods has taken over the Herbergers that used to be here. I'm assuming the other Dick's is going to close across the street when this one opens up. A transit station here. Front of the theater here. Used to be quality restaurants here. I'm not sure why they eliminated them, but they're not all here anymore. Up, chained up. Chipotle's still here. Crave. My personal favorite up here was Big Bowl. Love the Big Bowl restaurant, but it says Dick's is now open. Gave up the location across the street next to Best Buy. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Rosedale and Southdale were sort of modeled after each other with some anchor stores on the ends, stuff in between. Even when you're driving around, you feel like you're at Southdale, except you're not running into the Cheesecake Factory. Which if they had a Cheesecake Factory here, I think it would knock the socks off of things.
8296.
Go ahead.
Juvenile call 1102 County Road T at Sage Park Apartments, apartment 317. A child that was born in 2018 was dropped off at the home, and there's no parent there or a sibling to take care of him. The neighbor contacted the school and said that they can hold on to the child for a few hours, but that they've been unable to reach any adult or parent at this time. Neighbors at 1106 County Road T, apartment 239.
Roseville. 44.
Vehicle at Hidden 199 is requesting this block in person to take photos.
We're gonna head south on Snelling Avenue, back towards St. Paul.
It does not say that he requested medical stuff, that he was going to check himself into the hospital before he disconnected.
Proceed, thank you.
Lots of traffic on Highway 36 today. Ever since we came here. Rush hour eastbound.
372, start medics.
Still backed up.
Copy, are they clear that?
Cleared.
1643. Two 70. Just to clarify, this is going to be for mental health evaluation, correct?
Correct.
Starting medics, 1643. East squad for 1700 EOT. 332.
332.
335. Squads for 1700 EOT.
35.
230. 336. Squad for 1700 EOT. 130 Tango. 240.
240.
246. 130 Tango for EOT.
Negative response. 344.
249.
249.
251.
346.
241.
Copy negative. Squad 133. 279.
133.
349.
139.
399.
Copy 283.
United Soul 353.
144.
353.
Sending other squad 1700 EOT.
354.
A lot of numbers, a lot of numbers.
139 squads for 1700 EOT.
354.
150.
I think it's actually 345.
150.
Negative response. Negative all three. 1644.
154.
158.
158.
132.
That, in case you're wondering, that is all the squads that are checking out for the day.
Squad for 1700 EOT. There's 1504.
Started the day at 7 o'clock and worked a 10-hour shift and
Negative response. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon at 1645.
going home. It is a beautiful day today. 62 degrees only, but beautiful.
Unit squad to break and start to 440 University at the tobacco shop for a weapons complaint.
3-3.
The male with a red gun of some sort firing
Yeah,
at the light barrel unknown if it's a paint gun. Maybe a black male wearing a long white sleeve shirt, a black hood over his head, black pants.
I think it's rush hour's over.
171. I'll call back and Pennnington that way.
Copy with a squad to back and the sergeant to copy.
Looks like one of our squads is out with an accident there. Fender bender, both people are out of the car.
No 6 copies. Squad 777.
So I'm not sure what it is. Could be a paintball gun, possibly. They're on Arundel, just south of Uni. East side of the road. Like a silver laser the party is digging into right now on the driver's side. The person's back in the middle of the street. Looks like he's firing it up into the air. He's always running around and moving.
Well,
Now he's on the sidewalk. White long
we'll run down there too.
174, keep it the Salt Lake defending some of that.
The male is currently in front of the store on the sidewalk.
There's a big dealing, a lot of shootings occur there.
On the south side of the university, right?
Sounds like they don't know for sure if this will go down.
Yeah, around the southwest corner, the only one with the white long sleeve shirt.
Heavy currently on the southwest corner, Union Arundel, wearing a white long sleeve shirt.
We are 3 miles away, folks, so we're not really close. Maybe 4 miles in rush hour traffic. We do know a few shortcuts.
777. It does look to be a paintball gun.
39
There's another party that is out there that's got a felony warrant for fleeing police. We're entering him into the call. He's got some black shoes with what looks like a white tongue.
39, 31, heavy start to 4. Silver link.
Black, blue, silver.
Like a 12-year-old called her mother, observed caller. Drop her off at the proper location.
Copy. Another party is on the scene with felony warrant wearing black, blue, and silver hoodie, gray pants, and black shoes with a white tongue.
Black shoes with a white tongue.
So I'm gonna leave it up to everybody's discretion, but there's a party out there with the warrants, and the other guy, it's definitely a paintball gun. He's just kind of standing around with it now.
Copy. Here's to be a paintball gun currently standing around, not firing the weapon, 1649.
Still in rush hour, folks. And not everybody likes to drive too fast. There you go. I'd love to see the camera operator recognize someone.
777 of the squad's heading that way. If you want to deal with the person with the paintball gun is just firing it into the air, because even actually firing anything at this point in time, or do you want the person with the warrant?
Good question.
Watching to Tango, we'll take the person with the warrant, so where you say he's located at, you're going to be out in Roseville. Alright, he's literally at the corner, southwest corner of University and Arundel, standing at the corner of the building. He's the only one with the black shoes, grayish pants, and the multicolored hoodie. He's standing next to 2 males that are wearing all black. Copy. We're going to be out a couple of ones. One of the force behind us.
Dispatch copy. This party with the warrant is currently on the southwest corner, standing next to 2 males wearing all black. Warrant party is going to be wearing a black, blue, silver hoodie, gray pants, and black shoes with a white tongue.
I'm going to come north on Arundel. 5383. 5383. He's still at the corner. He's the one bending over now. He's standing up normal. He's right at the front door of the building. The squad just pulled up. He's now walking, starting to walk across the street. Now he's at the corner. Walking across the street eastbound.
Sounds like he's trying to avoid the cops, my friends.
Party with the warrant is currently walking across the street eastbound.
Let's see if they snag him or not.
We have one in custody. We can pull this one. We got a rowdy crowd here.
Alright.
Copy, one in custody.
Kill our lights.
If you guys want to deal with your party with the
9273.
paintball guns standing there, I'm kind of looking right at him.
But missing person from a group called 3857 Van Dyke. Male's been gone for the last 25 minutes, but on foot.
Copy. 144 EOD. 378 on traffic.
Call Rev Dale
Go ahead.
OPL on Millingren and our right, advance our vehicle. Kilo Sierra Alpha 514.
Maryland, Margate, 1647 is reporting a donation box broken into.
Hold on, Mel. Call it.
Originally open and having all callers have a 2-year-old in the street with no parents seen around. Callers waiting with the kid in their car, a blue Tesla. Female, 2-year-old black female wearing t-shirt and diaper.
Where's their call at? 9273.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Saw you on TV, Rev.
Yeah.
So, you got anything to report about the last week, 5 days?
Nothing major.
Well, I mean, 3 people killed. I mean, what do you mean nothing major?
I wish I knew more.
Wait, I don't know. You're live right now, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You better know more.
Did you copy?
We don't know anything. We man. I'm glad you said that. I was about to say something. Boy.
Well, always.
Head up there.
Hey, I was watching you a minute ago.
Well,
no, it's just as you can imagine, a sad day in our community when we continue to have so many. And they cut out my part because I told them what they need to do is get Bob Fletcher and ask him how can we solve this problem that we're having, the influx of crime. And I used this book title that I heard, but he wouldn't publish that part.
Well,
yes, we can arrest our way out of it.
I didn't really. Yeah, that's where it starts, getting people help after you arrest them. But I didn't really think that J. Cole's story was very, very good, to be honest with you, because it talked about preventative programs, but there was no program. It was just,
and that may be the problem. There is no program.
We're talking about Hennepin County, folks, if you're wondering, but it just sounded like people were defensive about all the kids getting arrested, so they pretended as if they had this big initiative of 7 cities. To be honest, folks, this whole thing about incompetency and wanting someplace, we're all for that, but it doesn't exist. I mean, people shouldn't pretend like it exists. You know, I thought there was a little bit of BS going on there. Not on your end, you know, but Hennepin County trying to cover up its shortages of staff in the JDC.
Yeah, that story. When I heard that part of it, I was just shook. Yeah. But now they say they've got it all. They're up to speed and everything, and it won't happen again.
Yeah, well, that's what they say, they're up to speed, but except for the fact they haven't trained them yet. Remember that?
Right, they haven't been trained. Right.
I don't even know if that's true. How long did it take to get up to speed? Oh, 3 days?
3 days.
I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical.
A lot of people want jobs.
I'm a little bit skeptical.
Get everybody.
You know, just speaking of skeptics, I'm a big space fan. You know, I grew up in the era of Kennedy wanting to go to the moon, etc. I wanted to be an astronaut, but I was too tall. 6 foot was the limit. But even I'm skeptic because I researched that Europa Clipper, that, you know, the SpaceX Heavy. Right. Originally, some people were saying, well, we're seeing if we can go live on Europa, right? Well, it turns out that Europa is not hospitable to human life, as Jupiter generates a lot of radiation. And so, oh my goodness, person. Well, that wasn't very nice. Anyhow, the point is, we're not going to be able to go to Europa anyhow, no matter even if there is water there. So, when I say, call me a skeptic, I hate to be told something and then find out that it's not actually possible. Right?
You know, so. I was thinking, you know, I wanted to be a pilot, astronaut too, but I was too short.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Too short, maybe.
I'm like 6 foot 3. You have to be 5'4" to 5'11", maybe.
Right in there. Well, that was, I think the rocket ships are bigger now, though. I think you can be a little bigger. I don't know for a fact. Maybe they were worried.
That doesn't help us short people. Well, that doesn't help you taller people.
Well, I don't know what. Maybe they were worried you couldn't reach the pedals for the gasoline.
Wow. Thanks, Bob.
I don't know. What would be? How could you be too short?
You know, I barely got in the Air Force.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was very disappointed I couldn't be a NASA astronaut.
I wanted to fly too, but.
Yeah, that'd have been cool too.
So I'm going to run to Central. They got a football game about to start. I'm going to run over there if you want to come see me.
All right, I might do that. Let me know if there's any problems.
Because it's MEA weekend, so I'm going to run over there.
Yeah. Who are they playing?
Johnson. No, Highland.
Uh-oh, 21 Days of Peace is out here at the corner.
On the Rondo. I just left them.
Who's there?
Cleo's out there. Yates is out there from your team.
I think I'm going to go back and drive by.
Yeah, go back and say hello.
I will. All right, we love you, Rev.
Love y'all.
See you later.
All right, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Bye. Got some new shirts. 21 Days of Peace. Yeah, this corner is hot with drugs, guns, alcohol, stuff. See if Cleo wants my box of dots. I got the dots before I picked up the watermelon. Looks like these guys moved up the next corner.
What's up, man?
I came
You undercover?
I came to see Cleo. What's going on,
Take
Cleo?
your ass home, man. Ain't you getting too old to be sliding down these back alley blocks like this, man? It's time for you to take your ass home, man. I'm tired, man. What you need some doing this? I give you 30, 40, 50 $50. What you need here?
I got nothing here.
You got, let me see what you
Cleo, give me, what's the deal?
Oh, you over here watching them?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Well, where are you?
Undercover.
What'd you give me? Hey, they all moved to the next corner when you guys are here or what?
Yeah, no, they just stay right on this
not these, the young kids.
Yeah, they move around.
Coming up there.
Yeah, they just moving around.
Yates, what's up?
Good to see you, buddy.
What's happening?
Not on me today. You better not be on me, bro. We just got out. Tino just got out. All of us just got out.
I know, but Tino's not hanging over here, is he?
Well, come on, bro. Stop doing that, Bob. He's trying to get us.
Well, I'm always trying to get you.
Where them cars at, Bob?
I'm trying to get you so I can.
Let me get a McDonald's card, bro.
I don't think I have any.
What they on, Bob? Hello? What they on, Bob? You tweak, gang. You on the live. You hot. I'm like, he tweak.
What